Breaking free from the illusion of normal. Hello and welcome to Positive Vortex, where we embark on deep explorations of the unseen, the unexplored, and the untold truths of our reality. This is the first episode of our new series, The Matrix Code, Deciphering the Keys to Freedom. Today we begin with a fundamental yet life-altering idea, the illusion of normal. Take a moment to pause and think, what does normal mean to you? Is it your daily routine? The 9-to-5 grind, the evening news, scrolling through social media? Or maybe catching up on the latest trending topics? Is it the belief that this life we lead, the one filled with rules, expectations, and boundaries, is the only way life is meant to be lived? What if I told you that normal is not real, that it's an illusion, a framework constructed to keep us comfortable, compliant, and most importantly, controlled? In this series, we'll question everything you've been taught about life, reality, and yourself. Why? Because only by breaking free from this illusion can we begin to understand the extraordinary truths that lie just beyond it. If you're ready to step outside the matrix and see the world with new eyes, let's dive in. What exactly do I mean by normal? Think about this. From the moment you were born, your perception of the world has been shaped for you. Your parents, teachers, the media, science, religion, governments, they all contributed to building the foundation of what you now believe is normal. You were taught what's acceptable and unacceptable, what's real and not real, what's possible and impossible. But here's the question I want you to consider. Who decided these rules? Was it you? Did you ever consciously choose the beliefs you hold, or were they handed to you, prepackaged and neatly labeled, as the way things are? Normal is not natural, it's a construct, a system built to define the boundaries of your thinking and ultimately your potential. It's the box you're placed in, the parameters of your reality. But here's the thing about boxes, they aren't real, they only exist because we agree they do. Let's take it a step further. Have you ever felt like there's something more to life? A sense that the world you see isn't all there is? Maybe you've had fleeting moments of clarity, when the noise of everyday life fades and you catch a glimpse of something deeper, something more authentic. Now imagine this. What if everything you were told to believe about reality is a distraction? Now imagine this. What if everything you were told to believe about reality is a distraction? What if the daily grind, the societal expectations, and even the way we measure success and happiness, all of it, is designed to keep you from asking the most important questions? Who are you really? Why are you here? What is this reality we call life? We live in a world that rewards conformity, a world that tells you to keep your head down, follow the rules, and don't ask too many questions. But here's a secret. The most profound truths about life are hidden in the questions we're discouraged from asking. Here's another thought experiment. Why do we call things we don't understand paranormal? Isn't it interesting that anything outside the accepted normal is instantly dismissed as strange, impossible, or even laughable? Think about this. If human normal is the truth, why does it fail to explain so much? Why are we told to ignore our gut instincts, dismiss our dreams, and brush off the unexplainable as coincidence? The truth is, what we call paranormal is actually perfectly normal. The reason it feels strange is that it doesn't fit into the framework of human normal, the illusion. And once you see this illusion for what it is, the world transforms before your very eyes. The impossible becomes not only possible, but inevitable. The greatest prison we live in is not built of walls or fences, it's built of beliefs. And the most powerful of these beliefs is this: I can't question authority. I can't change my life. I can't explore beyond what I've been told is true. But let me tell you this, you can. My own journey to uncover the illusion of normal began decades ago. Like many of you, I lived within the framework I was handed. I went to school, got a job, and followed the normal path. But as time passed, cracks began to form in the foundation of what I thought was real. I started to notice the synchronicities, moments of perfect alignment that couldn't be chalked up to coincidence. I began to feel the presence of something greater, a force guiding me toward truths I wasn't supposed to see. At first I dismissed it. I told myself, this isn't real, it can't be. But the signs didn't stop. And eventually, I realized the truth. Reality is not what we think it is. Normal is not what we've been told. And if we're willing to look at the matrix, we can find something extraordinary, a deeper understanding of who we are and why we're here. Imagine you've been wearing tinted glasses your entire life. Everything you see is filtered through those lenses, so you believe the world looks a certain way. But what if you took the glasses off and realized that what you thought was normal was only a fraction of the truth? That's what society does. It gives you tinted glasses. These glasses are crafted from cultural beliefs, societal norms, education systems, and media narratives. Together, they form a worldview designed to keep you looking at life through a narrow lens. Here's the big question. What happens when you take those glasses off? You start to see how controlled perception really is. For instance, why are certain topics taboo? Why are some ideas dismissed as conspiracy before they're even investigated? Why does stepping outside the bounds of accepted reality often trigger ridicule and dismissal? It's because the illusion of normal depends on your unquestioning belief in it. Once you start asking questions, you're no longer a passive participant in the program. You become the programmer of your own life. That is where true power begins. Have you ever heard the saying, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist? The greatest trick of the Matrix, the system we live in, is convincing us that our cage is freedom. Think about it. Most people don't question the framework they're born into because it feels safe. It's familiar, but here's the paradox. Comfort isn't the same as freedom. Imagine a bird in a gilded cage. The cage is beautiful and the bird is fed daily. It has no predators, no struggles. But it also has no sky, no open fields to explore, no song of the wind rushing past its wings. The bird has traded its infinite potential for safety. Now ask yourself, what have you traded for comfort? The illusion of normal offers a sense of security. It tells you, just follow the rules and everything will be okay. But is it really okay, or is it just predictable? True freedom lies outside the cage, beyond the illusion. But stepping outside can be terrifying, and that's why so few people do it. Conformity comes with a price, your individuality. Society tells you to fit in, to blend into the crowd. But the moment you conform, you lose the most precious part of yourself, your uniqueness. Think about it. From the time you were a child, you were likely told things like, don't stand out too much, follow the rules, don't question authority. But why? What is so dangerous about thinking for yourself? The answer is simple. When you think for yourself, you become ungovernable. You stop being a predictable cog in the machine. And the matrix, the illusion of normal, relies on predictability to function. Here's another question to ponder. Are you living your truth or someone else's script? Because the longer you play by the rules of conformity, the further you drift from your true self. The cost of conformity is steep. It's your authenticity, your creativity, and ultimately, your freedom. Fear is the glue that holds the illusion of normal together. Why do we stay in unfulfilling jobs? Why do we avoid asking the big questions about life and existence? Why do we hesitate to break free from societal expectations, even when they no longer serve us? The answer, more often than not, is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. But let me ask you this. What is fear, really? Fear is nothing more than a mental projection. It's your mind imagining the worst-case scenario and treating it as though it's already real. The Matrix uses fear to keep you compliant. It tells you, don't step out of line, or you'll lose your job, your friends, your reputation. But here's the truth they don't want you to know. Fear is an illusion, just like the normal it protects. The moment you face your fears head-on, you begin to see how hollow they really are. Freedom is not the absence of fear, it's the courage to act despite it. And when you do, you'll discover that the rewards of stepping outside the illusion far outweigh the risks. And when you do, you'll discover that the rewards of stepping outside the illusion far outweigh the risks. Here's the most exciting part. Once you break free from the illusion of normal, the world opens up in ways you never imagined. You start to see connections where before you saw chaos. You begin to trust your intuition, recognizing it as the voice of your higher self. You realize that the limitations you once believed in, what you can do, what you can achieve, what is possible, were never real. They were constructs of the matrix. This is where life becomes an adventure. The illusion of normal is like a map that tells you where you're allowed to go. But once you break free, you realize you don't need the map because the entire landscape is yours to explore. Think of all the things society tells us are impossible. Profound synchronicities, the power of thought to shape reality, the existence of multidimensional consciousness. But here's the twist. They're only impossible within the framework of human normal. When you step outside that framework, the impossible becomes inevitable. The question now is, are you ready to take that first step? The illusion of normal is the first key to unlocking the matrix. It's the foundation of the system that keeps us small, afraid, and disconnected from our true selves. But once you see the illusion for what it is, there's no turning back. This is your wake-up call. Normal isn't real, it's a construct. And the moment you step outside of it, you begin to see the world not as you were told it is, but as it truly is. A place of infinite possibility waiting for you to claim it. In the next episode, we'll dive deeper into the web of synchronicity and explore how the universe speaks to us in subtle, miraculous ways. Until then, remember this. You are not here to fit in. You are here to awaken. Thank you for watching Positive Vortex. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. And if my content resonates with you, don't forget to click the thanks button to show your appreciation. Your support means the world. Let's keep spreading positivity together.